A very good morning to all. Hope you all are good. Children, we have finished till chapter 4. Now today we are going to start with the new chapter, that is chapter number 5, fractions. Before we start the chapter, let me discuss what the fractions are. How you write them. What are they? Okay. So the word fraction means a part. Okay. A part of anything as a complete. If anything is complete as a whole, the part of that is known as a fraction. The part or the parts of a whole is known as a fraction. Suppose I give one example to you. Suppose this is one circle, or you can think of a cake. We all like cake. And if suppose I divide them into two parts. One is this, I'll write A and B. Suppose I have divided this into two parts. So each part, and if you see to it, both the parts are equal. So if a whole thing is divided into part or number of parts, and all the parts are equal, then each of the part will be called as a fraction. That is, if anything which is complete, which is whole, if it is divided into one part or number of parts and all the parts are equal, then each part will be called as a fraction. Okay, this is one fraction, this is second fraction. If suppose I divide this like this, so now how many parts are there? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And each part is called the fraction of a whole. Thus, a fraction represents a part or the parts of a whole. Besides this, it also represents the part or parts of a collection. Suppose I take these 7 cookies. 6, 7. You all love cookies, biscuits like that. Suppose these are cookies. They are group of cookies. They are group of cookies, and they take them as a whole, and this is called as collection. What is this called as? Group of one type of things is known as collection. This was your whole, complete. One complete type, one complete thing. So, and this is the group of things, and it is known as collection. Okay. Now, if suppose I have taken out or I have eaten this and this cookie out of these 7. That means out of the 7 I have eaten these 2. So, this will represent the fraction. So, what is fraction? A fraction represents the part of a part or parts of a whole or a collection. Okay? Is this clear to everyone? Now, if you see how many parts are there? 4. And if I suppose I am using this, I am using one part of it. Their total number of parts are 4, and I am using one part of it, so I will write like this. Here, how many cookies were there in a collection? There were 7 cookies, out of which I have taken 7. Now, this 1 upon 4 and this 2 upon 7 is called as fraction. And if you observe it carefully, what you see, every fraction out of the 2, every fraction has got 2 parts. One, I'll first explain this. One number, and this is the second number, 4. One number is above the line and one number is below the line. Similarly, there are 2 numbers. One number is above the line and the other number is below the line. This is complete, is called the fraction. Okay. Now, in this you have seen the 2 fractions I have written over here. I'll give another example. Now, in this, one number is written on this above the line, this is called as fraction bar. It is called as fraction or division bar. What it is called as? Fraction or division bar. So one number is written above the division bar and one number is below the division bar. Similarly here, the number which is written above the bar is called as numerator, and the number which is written below the bar is known as denominator. Similarly, here it is numerator and this one is your denominator. That means every fraction has got two parts. One is numerator, which is above the line, and the other one is denominator. Every fraction has written like this only. Okay. Now numerator refers to the number you are talking about. कितनी चीज आपने यूज की, कितनी चीज आपने शेड की. The number which you are referring to is to this numerator. In the first diagram, we have color shaded only one part out of the 4. In the next one, in the cookies, out of the 7, we have written only 2. So, the numerator represents the number we are talking about. And the denominator represents the total parts of the whole or the collection. Could you get it? This denominator refers to the total part or parts. It can be of a whole or it can be of a collection. Whole means complete, one type of thing. Suppose you are taking an apple, you are having an apple and you have cut it into half, you have divided into 2 parts. That is one thing. But if you are taking 5-6 apples together, then it will be called as a collection. Is that clear to everyone? Now just if you have the book, you can open it. Page number 56. There's one thing and one thing more is there, that whatever is complete, whole or a collection, the whole means 1. Complete. Okay. Now there is one example given in your book. Example 1, it is given on page number 56. One bag contains 8 balls, out of which 3 balls are red and 5 are blue. What fraction of balls represent red and blue? See, that means in this question they have given you all the numbers and you have to make the fraction out of it. So I'll just show it. It is in your book. I told you this is example 1. Out of which the 3 balls are red. So what is the total number of balls? 8. Total balls are 8. Out of which 3 are red and 5 are blue. Okay. Now they have asked you to form the fraction. They have asked you to form the fractions of these balls. Now what I have told you, that you first draw this fractional bar. Count the, if the diagram is there, you will count the number of parts. If this is not there, here the total number of balls are given. So total we always write below the bar. Could you get it? Now out of which they have said the red balls are 3. So we will write this. This is the things we are using. This is the total balls. This is the 3 balls. And for the blue one, a total number of balls are 8. Out of which how many are blue? So you will write over here. So fraction for the red balls is 3 upon 8 and fraction for the blue ball is 5 upon 8. And if you see 5 and plus 3 becomes 8, that means it is the complete set of balls or the collection of balls. Hope this is clear to everyone. Now, fraction and division. Hope this much is clear to everyone. Now these fractions, they can be written as division, and if the division is given, they can be written as a fraction. I'll show how. See children, in the book it is given fraction and division. You can express any fraction as division also. Here the numerator is the dividend and the denominator is the divisor. Okay, I'll just take one example. One example they have given 1/3. Now they have said how you will represent this as division fact. Division fact, I told you this is known as fraction bar or the division bar. So the number which is above the line, that is numerator, that numerator will become dividend. You know what is a dividend? Dividend is a number which is to be divided, जिसको हम divide करते हैं. The number on the left side of your division sign. So this numerator will become the dividend, and this is the sign of division, and the denominator becomes the divisor, जिसकी हम टेबल बोलते हैं, जिससे हम डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. So this is your divisor, and this is your dividend. Okay, so this is how you represent. This is your fraction, and whole of this is called as division fact. Division fact of the fractions, in which you represent the fraction into division form. The numerator becomes the dividend and the denominator becomes the divisor. I'll take another example, 5/7. So what will be the division factor of this? This is numerator, so this becomes dividend. Dividend is always on the left side of the division sign. And this denominator becomes your divisor. Could you get it? This was your first A, you can say. Now B part, this division fact, you can convert them back to the fraction. How you will write down? Suppose I take the same example. 5 divided by 7. Now if I ask for this fraction form, fraction fact, that is the second point on the same page, you can also express division as a fraction. You can also express division as a fraction. Take dividend as the numerator and divisor as the denominator. Same the reverse of this. Now this is your dividend. You know that the number on the left side of the sign of division is dividend. So this becomes your numerator. This is the division bar, and the divisor, जिसकी हम table बोलते हैं, जिससे हम divide करते हैं, that becomes your denominator. This is the fractional form of this division. This is fraction. Same way here. This is your dividend, so it becomes your numerator, and this is your divisor, so it will be your denominator. This is how you write the fraction into division fact or division fact into fraction. Hope this is clear. Now see here, example 2, express 1 hour as fraction of 1 day and also write its division fact. This is example 2. Now you have to represent 1 hour as a fraction of 1 day. So how many hours are there in 1 day? There are 24 hours in 1 day. This you know. And how many hours are there? 1 hour, or you can say 1 day has got, this is already written, 24 hours in one day, then it will be 1 hour is 1 upon 24 days. See children, you know that there are 24 hours in one day. So 1 hour will be equals to 1 upon 24 days. Now they have asked, write it as a division fact. Now if I write it as a division fact of this, this will be your dividend and this will be your divisor. Have a look. The numerator becomes your dividend and the divisor becomes your denominator becomes your divisor. Clear? Then see next question, example 3. Write the natural numbers from 2 to 12. What fraction of them are prime numbers? You know what are prime numbers? Prime numbers are those numbers which have got only 2 factors. You know that? So they have said you have to write down numbers from 2 to 12. It is 2, example 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay. Now they have said what fraction of them are prime numbers. Now see here, prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7 and 11. How many total numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is means it is a collection. Total number of numbers are, natural numbers are 11. Out of which how many are prime? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is your answer. Clear? Total number, you will count this. This is a collection. So you write denominator over here. And they have asked how many prime numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have written 5 over here. Example number 4. What is 3/5 of the 10th? Let us consider now how we have to calculate this. This is question number 4. Okay, example 4, not question number 4. What is 3/5 of 10? Let us consider the collection of 10 objects. Divide this collection into 5 denominator equal parts and consider 3 numerator parts out of 5 parts. Now children, what they have asked? They have asked to find out 3/5 of 10. Now they have said there are 10 objects. Now I take 10 objects like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now they have said that you divide this collection into 5 equal parts. And you know children that fraction always deals with equal parts. Okay. Now how you will find out? They have asked to divide this into equal parts. Now equal parts, how we will divide? We have to divide into 5 parts. That means you have to divide this 10 by this 5, because you have to make 5 equal parts of this 10 objects. So 5 2s are 10. That means each part, 5 parts, equal parts you have to make. Each part will contain 2 objects. So 1 part, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Forget 5 parts. There are 5 parts and each part contains 2 objects. Now they have said 3/5. That means you have to take the 3 parts of it. So 3 parts, 1 this, 2, 3. So this is 3 parts. 3 parts out of 5. This is they have asked. 3 parts out of 5. 5 parts we have made, out of which we have selected 3. Now in this 3 parts, how many objects are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3/5 of 10 is equals to 6. There is another method of solving this off which we will learn later. Is this clear to everyone? Have a look over here and find out. Exercise 5.1. Write the fraction represented by shaded portion. In this, 8 sums are given. I will not be doing all. I will be doing only few of them. In this, the shaded part is given. Children, shaded part means the parts we are using. Okay? Shaded part is given. You have to count and write the fractions of these. So, I will be doing first one for you. How they have done? See the first one. In this, they have made a triangle like this. And they have shaded this. I'll just put a shading like this so that it is visible to you. Now, how many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, total parts you will write down here. How many are shaded? 1, 2, 3. So, your answer is 3 upon 4. See the next one. 7 parts are given. The total number of parts we will write down below the bar. And how many are shaded? 4. See the third one. See children, if you count the number of squares, there are 100. So that you will write below. And how many are shaded? If you count them, they are 36. So in the same way, you will be doing all the sums in the book. I'll show the sixth one also. Sixth one also, see how many parts are there. Count them, they are 8. So total number of parts below the bar. And how many are shaded? 5. This is how you have to do it in the book itself. Second question is reverse of the first one. In this, they have given you the fraction and you have to shade the figure. See the first one, how many parts are there? 4, out of which they have written that you have to shade 1. जो numerator दिया हुआ है, that you have to shade. So, in the first one, if you shade, it is somewhat like that. Question number 2. I am not drawing it perfectly. So, they have divided again this. Now, 4 parts, 1 part, 2 part, 3 part and 4 part, out of which they have asked you to shade 1. We have shaded 1. This is your first one, 1 upon 4. See the second one. How many parts are there? I think 6 they have made. I have not drawn the perfect one. And in which they have asked you to color 2. So any of the 2 you can shade. 2 upon 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out of this 2 I have shaded. So this way you have to do all. See the 7th one. That is a collection. Collection of mangoes, you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 are there. Out of which 5 you have to color. That means whatever the numerator is written, that you have to color. See, in this, in each figure, a whole and its parts are given. Write the fraction which represents the part of a whole. See children, in the third question, the whole is given. In the square, 1 is written. In front of it, see the first one. 1 is written like this, and in front of it there are some dots made, and they are 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I think 8 they have made. Yes. Then they have left the square like this, and then they have 1, 2, 3, 4. So whole, how many are there? That is, you have to write the fraction in it. You have to write, so how many parts? 8. Out of which how many are there? So it is. Like this you have to do. See the next one. 1 whole is given. And in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is empty, which you have to fill, and in this it is 2. So how many parts? 6, out of which they have asked you to. So this is, in this way you will be doing the remaining sum. Then turn the page. Question number 4. The parts of a whole are given and you have to draw the whole. In the first one, see children, it is question number 4. First one, 6 upon 18 they have written. They have made this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1 is given. This is thus the opposite of this. So in this you have to draw how many? 18. Because this is the one which we have done over here. This is just reverse of this. You have to draw the whole. The fraction is given. So how many circles you will draw? You will draw 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Okay. See the next one. A mother has 3 chocolate bars. She wants to divide them equally among 5 children. What fraction of chocolate bar will each child get? That means she has to divide the chocolates in 5 children. That is, total is 5. Question number 5. Total is 5. And she has to divide among how many children? 3. So the fraction each child will get is 3 upon 5. Then write the numbers from 1 to question number 6. Question number 6. Write the numbers from 1 to 20. What fraction of them are even numbers? Suppose I am writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Now they have said what fraction of that is, total number is 20. What fraction of them are even numbers? Even is which can be divided by 2, 4, 6, 8 or 0. That is which come in the table of 2. So even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So what first answer is, what fraction of them are even numbers? It is 10 upon 20. This is the total number and out of them 10 are even. What fraction of them are odd numbers? Same. The remaining are odd. Total are 20 and the remaining are odd. Are these fractions equal? Yes, they are equal. Because denominators are same, numerators are same. How many 3/6 make one whole? Children, see here. 3/6 means total parts are 6, out of which you are using 3. Okay, I'll make 6, okay, 1, this is 4, okay, I'll make this, not, these are not equal, okay. Total parts are 6, out of which 3 I am shading, 3 I am using, you can say. So that means half of it you cover it, half you have used it, half you have shaded, half is left. That means 2 half will make 1. This is 1 half, this is second half. Out of the 6, 3 we have shaded, that means half we have shaded. So 2 half will make 1. This is your answer. There are 6 green pillows and 4 yellow pillows. question number 8. 6 green pillows and 4 yellow pillows. What fraction of pillow is green? See children, there are pillows out of which 6 are green and 4 are yellow. So how many are total? They are 10. Total pillows are 10. So if you want to make the fraction for the green pillows, it will be 6 upon 10. Okay, it will be 6 upon 10 because total is 10 out of which 6 is green. Then out of the 10 pillows total 4 are yellow, so it will be 4 upon 10. Clear? Now question number 9. Now the first one, 1 day as a fraction of 1 week. You all know that there are 7 days in a week and you have to find out for 1 day. So 7 days make a week, or you can say 1. Therefore 1 day is equals to 1 upon 7. Or in other words, we can say that you are finding for, this is the maximum number, total number of days in a week, and we have to find for 1. So we are writing 1 over above the bar and total number of days of a week below the bar. Second sum, say more, 20 seconds as a fraction of 1 minute. You know there are 60 seconds which make a minute. Okay, now you have to find out for 20 seconds. So it will be 20 seconds, it will be 20 upon 60. This is your answer. See children, the other way around you can find out. Total in 1 minute there are 60 seconds. Total seconds you have 60. Out of this you have to find for 20. So you will write above it. Is that clear? Have a look. Other two you will do as it is. Now comes your last question, that is question number 10. Complete the table. See children, I have already drawn it over here. And I will be showing 3 sums over here. The same way you will be doing the other one. See here, 1/3 is given and the division fact is given. Now see here, you know that when you have to convert this division fact into fraction, this dividend becomes your numerator and this divisor becomes your denominator. And that is also 1/3. Now see here, 5/8. In the fractional form it is written like this. The first one comes as a numerator and 8s come down. Now you have to round the division fact of it. The numerator becomes the dividend and your denominator becomes your divisor. Clear? Now here, this is division fact is given. You have to convert this into fraction. This is your dividend, so this becomes numerator. This is your divisor, so it becomes denominator. And it is written as 7/9. 7/9. So in this way you have to do the other ones. The next will be 5/16 and 5 divided by 16. The next 11/19 and 11 upon 19. This way you have to solve it. So children, with this we finish our exercise 5.1. Practice them well and try to understand. Stay safe, stay healthy. Take care.